Welcome to another 2-Minute Teacher. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to identify a gerund as well as a gerund phrase. A gerund is the ing form of a verb that functions as a noun. Gerunds always end in ing. Now before we go any further, let us first make the distinction between a participle and a gerund. If you watched our lesson on participles, you may recall that participles are also verbs that usually end in ing. The difference is that a participle is a verb that functions as an adjective, or a gerund is a verb that functions like a noun. Here's an example. Eating food off of the ground is only okay within 5 seconds from the moment it was dropped. Eating is the gerund because it ends in ing. It is a verb functioning as a noun. Let's go back to our first example in order to locate the gerund phrase. Eating food off of the ground is only okay within 5 seconds from the moment it was dropped. Eating food off of the ground would be the gerund phrase in this example. A gerund phrase consists of a gerund, its object, and all modifiers. In our example, eating is the gerund, food is the object of the gerund, and off of the ground is the modifier. The key difference between gerunds and participles is that gerunds act like nouns and participles act like adjectives. When you see a word ending in ing that is a verb, ask yourself this question: is it describing something, or is it the thing being described? If it's describing something, it's a participle. And if it acts more like a noun or the subject of the sentence, it's a gerund. Now let's look at another sentence. Eating the food off of the ground, he was not embarrassed. In this sentence, eating would be identified as a participle because it is a verb acting as an adjective to describe he. In the previous example, the word eating was a gerund because it was acting as the noun rather than describing one. Gerunds and participles are verbs, but gerunds act like nouns and participles act like adjectives. Sure, some of you are probably thinking, just be yourself, verbs. But the truth is, it's okay that gerunds and participles act like nouns and adjectives, because if they didn't, it would be much harder to explain certain things in a way that others could understand. And that's all for today's 2-Minute Teacher.
Created using Powtoon.